Good morning, guys. Today is Monday, so I got this call early in the morning. I know, day after Super Bowl. I'm thinking, why didn't I get any calls on Sunday? But I guess a lot of people pick up assignments during the week, and I always wait for the phone call. So they called me this morning at 6:30, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's a school that my daughter went to, so it's not too far away. And bonus, it is a physical education assignment, so that means I'll be dressed gym clothes, and I will be doing gym all day. So the bonus is that I'll get some exercise, because I'm not doing that much exercise lately. So I will be doing some training today with the kids. So wish me good luck. We'll see how it goes. I will see you. Ciao. Good morning, guys. I'm just arriving at my destination. I'm about 30 minutes early, but you never know. I got this call yesterday, and it's for a junior placement. There's a lot of commotion outside right now. People parking and me parking, I think. Hopefully I parked right. I'm not sure. That's the challenge of going to a different school. I haven't been to the school before, so this is new. So I'm still sore from yesterday. Doing all those exercise with kids can be very straining, especially if you're not used to it. So I am not used to exercising for the whole day, but that's a great job. You know, staying in shape while you're teaching the students and engaging in that kind of like environment is really rewarding. I really enjoyed it. But I am going to get signed in and do my morning routine. So I will, I guess, see you later. I just got here and I'm looking around. Yep, it looks like a junior class. I'm not sure what grade. And I don't see any lesson plans. Some kind of lesson plans, but, oh, it's grade 5-6. So I'm looking at the attendance right now, and well, it's going to be a crazy day, but I have to make sure, be firm and be tough at the beginning, especially in junior. You have to do that. Ciao, guys. I just want to give you a quick update. The morning went flawlessly. It was amazing. This class, I am very, very lucky to have or to teach this class. I was skeptical at first. Sometimes junior division can be a handful if the classroom teacher is not on top of things. But this class is very well behaved. I can tell that the routines and procedures are already set, and I am just stepping in, and it seems like it's just flawless. So this is the type of classroom that I would like to emulate, a type of classroom that they come in a certain time, wait in line, being, ready to be invited inside the classroom, and when I dismiss them, they are waiting at the line respectively until the teacher escorts them outside for them to get ready for the recess. And even the recount that we did today, they didn't have a copy of it, so I just quickly typed it out onto the MacBook that's already here, and I didn't have to bring my own equipment, and it's there for the teachers, or supply teachers in my case, to use. And I was able to get a copy from a student, quickly type it out, and put it up on the projector, and it went flawlessly. So having the technology available here, and just having the students engage in that type of technology is very rewarding. I think it's very educational. It's a tool, and if you know how to use the tool, it can be really good for teaching. And look at all the technology behind me. I just realized it just right now. It's just amazing. See all this So I'm looking forward to the speeches that we're going to have today. And we're going to do a little bit of math conversions. I'm going to teach them a little bit about that, the stairs, conversion stairs, steps that they can do, the little tricks and tips. And I have planning time for French and social studies. We'll be having using Chromebooks, and they'll be researching that. So it looks like a really good day. And at first, when I arrived here, I thought, oh no, junior, but it's turning out to be a really good class. So I am so thrilled. So I will catch up with you. This is 3 o'clock, 5 after 3. I'm ending my day. I finish giving my teacher a little bit of feedback. Okay. And I'm just tidying up a bit. It was fantastic. A little loud at the end, but they had Chromebooks. But generally, the regular teacher or the classroom teacher, the regular classroom teacher was here, and she had procedures and routines that are already set, and it's a fantastic class. I can see that she put a lot of trouble or a lot of time into setting up these routines for the students, because I just stepped in and it just seems like it's a seamless transition. The students knew what to do, and when I say line up, they knew where to line up, and it's just amazing. So I really like this type of structure, and I think I'm going to get all these kind of like tips and use this in my classroom or a classroom that I'll go into. I like this type of procedure and structure routine. So that's what I learned from this experience, and I will talk to you later. Ciao guys! Today is Wednesday, so I'm halfway through the week, and I am feeling really good. On Monday I had gym, and I was teaching gym all day. I still feel a little sore, but not too bad. Well, I did a lot of squats on Monday. So today I am feeling a little bit better. So I accepted this call yesterday at 8 o'clock. I was waiting for the perfect assignment because I didn't want to travel too far. It's my my home base school where my daughter went to school when she was younger, so it's nice. It's about 10 to 15 minutes away, and it's a winter wonderland out there. We're anticipating 5 to 10 centimeters of snow, and it's already February, the February 7th today, so another winter wonderland. So I don't want to be stuck or driving in any kind of conditions for too long or too far. So I'm glad that I got this assignment, but unfortunately it is an intermediate. So my first full day intermediate, and I'll tell you how it goes, but I'm going to start off with being a little bit, strict at first and lenient when I gauge the class, but we'll see. So I know that intermediate's always a challenge. People say that grade 6 is a challenge as well, because it's just the transition, the age. But I find my challenge is grade 6, 7, and 8, I think. So I'm going to try to cope and deal with it, and have strategies and, support so that you can become a better teacher. So that's what I'm seeking. So my goal today is to maintain control and classroom management, particularly the intermediates. So we'll see how it goes. So wish me good luck. So I really need it, but I know that I will succeed because I'm confident and I feel good, and I dress particularly snappy today because I knew that my hair is down. So, so we'll see. Okay, I'll talk to you later. So, ciao, guys, again. I'm at the grade 8 classroom, and when I signed into the office, the principal ushered me to the office and gave me a little rundown about the grade 8s and being firm and friendly and fair, and that was my sentiment to begin with, so I'm glad that she gave me a little heads up. But that's what I'm anticipating with the grade 8s. They have to be firm, and they respect you more. I find that. So I'm a little bit of, apprehensive and worried about this group, but I think I have to be positive. I have to be confident in this class and in myself, so I can overcome the day. But I'm excited about this, and I'm looking around this classroom. I have to show it to you, but it resonates with me because there's the green screen. I have to show you the green screen. Okay, hold on. Here's the green screen. Wow, that's amazing. Look how big it is. That is what I want. Now you can do anything, like put a different backdrop in it and chroma key that I'm learning about editing and everything like that. So it looks like a big spacious classroom, but once you have, 28 or so bodies in here, it will consume the whole space. So it looks really nice, actually. Very tidy, organized. And the artwork, oh my goodness, I have to show you the artwork. They are so talented. I'm looking at some of the work that they've produced. Oh, and look at that, black and white. I love that. Very well done. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay, I found the attendance. It's behind the door, and I have to psych myself up for this class. It's a grade 7 class, and all 7, so there's a little bit of rotary. And I mainly will be teaching media, so that's why we have a big green screen. So I'm excited about what they're going to produce today. We have a little bit of language today and math. Later on, I love math. I am an intermediate senior math, so I got my hair, it's just sticking up. Qualifications, so I will be helping them to add fractions and understand just basic fractions. So that's my day today. So I'm very excited about this. All right, hello guys. What a day. Oh, do you see any more gray hairs? Maybe because my grade 8s today. Oh, sorry, my grade 7s. But generally they are manageable, but sometimes you just have to, be very, very firm with them because you are trying to teach them something and they need to be listening and paying attention. So one of the strategies that I learned from another teacher, I had them just line up again outside the room. If it's just intolerable sometimes, send them outside and start all over, and hopefully they know that if they're ready to learn, then you can invite them in and it start from there. So I started my math last period. Is not conducive to learning, I tell you that. But so we did some exercises on the board, listened to some mathematical antics on YouTube, and I'm just tidying up. And my cleanup crew did a really good job cleaning the classroom. I'm happy with that. So all in all, another successful day, I think. So I will talk to you again later. Ciao, guys. Today is Thursday, and 2 more days left. It looks like a winter wonderland out there again today. And I'm traveling 30 minutes away from home, so I want to make sure that I am here and early. And it looks like my assignment doesn't start until 8:45, and it's 8:21. So I have ample time to get ready and read the lesson plans. And I got this one last night, so I got to sleep in Because normally if you don't get an assignment the night before, they normally call at 6 o'clock or 6:30. So today's primary. So I'm teaching primary today, and they said that I have to review behavior lessons, and so I am anticipating there's a little bit of need in the classroom, but I'm ready for the challenge, and I can't wait to see the kids. So I'm excited about that. But let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday I received an email from vice principal, and she was dealing with issues, especially I'm distracted here because there's cars coming and arriving. Sorry about that. But she was dealing issues regards to disciplinary issues all day long, and I was teaching intermediate, my first full-time intermediate assignment, and I had a grade 7, and it was very challenging, the most challenging, I think, classroom in that school, my favorite school, by the way, my daughter's school. So, so I got an email from her indicating that, well, just make me feel really, really rewarding and satisfied as a teacher, especially when administrator acknowledged your hard work and what you tried to do for these kids. And I can't believe it. She wrote a really nice letter saying that she appreciates my hard work, and she's been popping into the classroom several times, and the kids were engaged and on task. So I was so happy by that. So not only students motivate me to do my best work, I guess other teachers and administrators see that effort that you put into your daily assignment, and they realize that you know, you put yourself out there and you want to do what's best for the kids so they can learn and just be a better person in general. So I am so happy and so lucky to have this opportunity. So I am going to go into my assignment right now and get myself ready for the day, and I will catch up with you later. Okay guys, let's make a difference today. Just arrived, and it's a very nice classroom. Wow. A nice big table here. Your own sink. Reminds me of a kindergarten room, actually. Little desks. So it's a grade 2, and I just got the lesson plans from another teacher. So I noticed that there's like lots of artwork in this school. Very nice, brand new school, I think, because of the growing demands of this community. I think they're just blossoming. Ciao again, guys. This is my break, and it's quite early. It's 11 o'clock, so I'm not used to eating this early, but I just want to show you something. I like this idea. See? Something like this you can make, and it's for girls, and you can make one for girls and one for boys, and you can do a D for drinking. So I like that idea that this teacher has, and there's lots of other things here that I'm getting a lot of ideas from as well. And let's see, oh my goodness, look at this art. That is gorgeous. I want to show you this, and this is an artwork that you can do. Oh my goodness, look at that. You can put that on Pinterest or something like that. It's beautiful. Great ideas. Hi guys, I'm just going to give you an update. I just finished writing a letter to the principal, the vice principal, that sent me an awesome letter saying that I did a great job yesterday. So I don't realize it because you're immersed into, you know, your struggles day to day. But if someone acknowledge and see the results of all your hard work and your effort, it's like an amazing feeling. It just motivates you to become even a better teacher. So I'm very happy about that. So I just finished emailing back, and the whole day today I didn't get any prep. I had my lunch and I had duty, but I didn't get my 40 minutes prep, so I'm not sure what happened there. But anyways, it doesn't really matter to me, but I had to write a letter home from one student and another little letter, or just a little note from another student, so I didn't get a chance. I thought I had some library time, but when I talked to the librarian, she told me that I'm supposed to be there while they're exchanging library books, so I don't know what happened, but anyways, this class is great too. Awesome class. I noticed that she used the timer or the watch quite often, just to keep the kids on track, and yourself, just to make sure that you allocated so much time for certain things. So I really like that. What else did she use that I really enjoyed and I would like to implement? Let's see. Oh yeah, she likes to label things. I like that. And we had a parent come in to read with the students today, so that was really nice. Something new that I encountered today, so that was really nice. I had a student, such a smart kid. At the end of the day, I told him I had to give him a lot of reinforcement, telling him that he's a genius and he's special, and he's just an awesome student because he doesn't see it himself. Matter of fact, he said to himself that he hated life, and it's like, you're only in grade 2, so I don't know what's going through his head. I just wish that we can, touch the lives of every child and to make it, better, but a day at a time. So. And that's what my motive is, and that's what I live for, a day at a time. So, until next day, bye. Good morning, guys. Today is February 9th, 2018, and it happens to be my birthday. I believe it's my birthday. I'm not really sure 100%, but that's on paper. But as I was telling you before, I'm going to tell you that, I burned all my papers, or my birth certificates and baptism certificates and any identification that, tied our family to Vietnam. We had to burn all of that information. So, I guess my mom and dad and my older siblings told me that I was born in this year and in this month, I believe. I'm not sure. But so today's my birthday. I decided to take an assignment today is because my husband's working today, so he won't be home until later on. So I just want to be more productive. So last night I was contemplating whether or not I should take full day or half day, but it ended up that this assignment came up, and another one as well, a junior assignment from the same school, which is only 15 minutes away. So I decided to, pick this particular one because it's a primary, but unfortunately it's an interim. It's in French immersion, which is all day French. And you know how I am with French. I'm very uncomfortable with that, but I feel that if you are pushing yourself to the limits, and if you are challenging yourself every single day, that is where growth occurs. So I believe that growth occurs at the edge of your comfort zone. So that is why I picked up this assignment, and that is why I picked up the intermediate assignment. And look what happened there. I got commended for the hard work and effort that I put into the class. So I was so happy about that. It just reaffirms my commitment to education and commitment to the students. So all the lives that I touch every single day, and it makes me feel happy, and it's such a rewarding feeling. So today it's a primary, so I figure that, I know enough to teach primary French. So I know that today they're doing Winter Olympics, a program that it's a school-wide initiative. They'll be doing Winter Carnival and I believe that's what they're going to do, because the other assignment for junior indicated that, but sometimes assignments that you have do not tell you the details of your day, but I just deduced that today in this particular school they will have Winter Carnival or Winter Olympics. So anyways, today is February 9th, and it's also the kickoff to the Winter Olympics. It's the ceremony will be on today, so that's another thing that is happening today. So I took extra care dressing today because I want to dress warm. So I have my I should have got my winter ski jacket, but I didn't. I just grabbed my jacket that I wore, that I usually wear when I go for my meditation walk with my dog in the woods. So but at least I got my snow pants, so I have that, and I have a warm scarf and that hat that I always wear for my walk, and gloves. So I am prepared if they do, if the primaries go out for Winter Carnival today, and I'm crossing my fingers hoping that they do, because I'm not sure if I can tackle the whole day of French. So we'll see. So here I go. Wish me luck. And as always, let's make a difference each and every day. So this is my French class, primary French class. And yes, it has French words all over the place. The word wall, I believe. Anchor charts and everything here. But you know what? I just found out that I don't have to be too worried, because this is the best class in the school. So I really lucked out today. So I am so happy. And they will be doing outdoor Winter Olympics today at 11 o'clock. Oh my goodness, look at all these French words. Yikes. I really have to brush up on my French. So that's my goal, about going out of your comfort zone. This is it, guys. This is it. Let's do it. Expand your horizon, and I am going to try to do that today with the help of my kitties. So I am so excited. Look at this class, the best class in the school. Oh, this is so reassuring, and my plans are there. Everything is ready for me. So here I go. Wish me good luck, guys. 10 minutes to 4 o'clock, and I had a fantastic day. The kids were really good speaking French, but they were accommodating for me. But I had to learn how to speak French a little bit more, and so I can help them with their work. But all in all, it was fantastic. Oh, I know I'll feel it the next day, because I was participating with kids and helping out as much as I can. The Winter Olympics was a success. The students had lots of fun playing. Some got a little tired at the end. We had break at the end, but I thought they were having hot chocolate, so they were anticipating that, but we didn't have hot chocolate. I guess there's not enough money or funds for the hot chocolate at the end there, but that was so sad. I was anticipating a hot chocolate too, and I don't drink hot chocolate. I think I'll go home and make myself like coconut milk with cocoa. I really like doing that. So I just realized that I was talking to another teacher that a lot of non-speaking French teachers, they do get assignments for French immersion, because it's better than not filling the position. So I feel a little bit more confident, but I was able to, speak a little bit of French and try it out. But it was a great day. Oh my goodness, here I am, being a little skeptical and a little fearful about French, but they always provide non-speakers or teachers who are not comfortable teaching French lessons or work that's really relatively easy for them. All they have to do is maintain control the classroom and get things organized, and that's about it. So classroom management's the only issue, and being able to fill the position as well. That's the main priority, as a supply teacher. So I think I'm going to do more French immersion because I really enjoy it. Oh, I forgot to tell the kids that it was my birthday today. Oh, it just slipped my mind, So I will talk to you later, and I will do my reflection, and I'll do a little summary of my week. Xin chào, guys. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. I really appreciate it. So this is a reflection for the whole week. So I want you to realize that this week was pretty much very challenging for me. I find that it was challenging mentally, well, maybe not too much mentally, but physically for sure. So physically challenging, emotionally, and I think socially it has been a challenging week. It all started when I got the physical education assignment on Monday, and I noticed that, I love the challenge of teaching gym. And I end up participating fully in the 6 or so classes that they had, and it was really good. I like the open-ended classes where I can, put in my little activities that I like to do. So we played 5-0 and did a lot of running and fitness kind of challenges, especially when we're warming up. I love doing warm-ups with the students. So for Monday, I noticed that physically it was very demanding and very challenging. And when I'm doing the exercises that I'm able to do, because I'm modeling it for them, and being a teacher, you have to be there to model and show them, the right techniques, especially when you're doing squats or any kind of physical activity. I like to do that and engage with them with that. So that's my physical challenge. So my emotional challenge is getting over, I think, the mentality of accepting junior and intermediate assignments, because for me, I am a primary teacher, and I felt that I'm not equipped or ready to accept or to fully manage intermediate or junior classroom. But this week, I challenged myself because you know what they say, growth occurs at the edge of your comfort zone. So I wanted to challenge myself this week. So emotionally, I was able to, put my thoughts aside and seize the moment. And I started with a junior on Tuesday. I accepted a junior assignment, and it turned out to be the most well-disciplined classroom. It was an amazing classroom. There was certain routines, and the kids just knew what to do. I was just a filler in the classroom, so it just went seamlessly. So I will definitely observe that teacher, and hopefully I would like to do an interview and get to know her methods more so that I can emulate that success as well. So I really like that classroom. The procedures and the routines were already set, and I was able to listen to some of the speeches that they had as well, because it was like presentations in the gym for speeches, and I videotaped the students so that maybe they'll learn from it. So I was able I uploaded the videos to the teacher, but I didn't have time this week. It was just so many things going on. So, and I met up with a girlfriend of mine that day too. So it was really nice, just connecting socially with other people. So I really enjoyed that day. So on Wednesday, Now, talking about challenges, trying to put yourself out there. On Wednesday, I accepted an intermediate. The only reason is that it was only about 10 to 15 minutes away from my home. So I thought, okay, so let's do this. Let's face your fears, and that's what I did. And when I got there, I made sure I was very early so I can read over the lesson plans or do anything I can to make that class successful. So when I got there, I talked to the vice principal. She pulled me into her office and she gave me the rundown of the class and the various needs of the class. So I was informed. I wanted to, for that, entrenched into my psyche so that I am ready when the kids come in, and then they know the expectations and what my role as a supply teacher is. So I was ready, and it was a class with many challenges, of course, and that's just the nature of intermediate and junior division. So as a supply teacher, you have to use all the strategies, classroom management strategies that you have in your pocket, and use them throughout the day. And that's what I did. So at the beginning of the day, it started off fine. One of the students, my little rascal, he led the class. So I wanted him to have a leadership role because that's not his normal role that he takes in the classroom. So I want his peers to see him at a different light, to see him that he can be a motivator, he can be a leader. And if you give them the opportunity to be successful in that kind of environment, he or she can live up to it. And I gave him the opportunity. I asked him to help me out with Google Docs as a classroom. So he helped me get into the teacher's account, and I asked him where to go because they're familiar with what the routines. And he led the class. He put the little clip that they had to listen to, and then we had a little discussion, and he led that little discussion. And obviously, I intervened and reiterate the message of the video. But I was amazed how he was able to put himself in that role and communicate that message and that leadership to his peers. And not everybody was susceptible to that. They felt that, it wasn't fair. Why are a few students leading the class? But you have to be open with the students. I had to talk to the other student about what my methods were so that they feel comfortable, and they have to know that I am the teacher in the classroom. But just giving that, my little rascal the opportunity to be a leader during that period was amazing. So they were very, on task, and I had to, made myself and reiterate my expectations, and telling little stories obviously will help. So they were engaged in their Chromebooks, and I told them do not submit until maybe I can proofread, and only one person took me up on that offer for me to help proofread his work before he submitted it. So, little successes, one little successes at a time. I think just try to aim for those things. But then they had Rotary, and my Rotary experience as an intermediate teacher was successful. We were doing media studies, and they had to edit a video about inclusiveness and honesty, and what, how do they portray it using media. So those 3 classes, I believe, was pretty successful. They were all engaged, so I was very happy with that. But it wasn't my homeroom teacher, it was Rotary. So my final class was at the end of the day. I got my classroom, my home class back at the end of the day. and it was a math class. So here I am, the end of the day, trying to teach math class, and they were not susceptible to learning at all. And I have a passion for math, so I have my senior and intermediate qualification in math, and I love math to begin with. So I noticed that they were unfocused, and they were just being disrespectful. And I said to them, okay, you know what? Everybody outside in the hallway, let's line up. And I had to reset their mentality about my expectations, and I had to like take 5 minutes just reiterating my expectations, and just telling them in the hallway that if you have to show me that you're ready to learn, because that type of behavior that you showed me in the classroom was not conducive to learning. So and continue to reiterate that message of being focused, and you're there to teach them, and they're there to learn, and they're not learning if they're unfocused or being disrespectful and not treating you the way they should be treating you, even as a supply teacher. And just reiterating that if their parents were there, they will not be happy based on the way they're treating you as a supply teacher. So I just took the time just to make sure that they understand my expectations for that class, and just taking the time to reset their mentality. And then once they realize that you mean business and you want to teach them to make them successful, then invite them back to the class quietly, without talking, and then continue on with your lesson that you prepared. And I did prepare a really good lesson, the thumbs up, thumbs down, just to, make sure they're engaged in that kind of environment first, and having problems on the board, and different types of problems on the board, so that they can see. We were talking about fractions, and so I showed them different fractions and comparing fractions. So showing different types of questions, and talking about them afterwards. And so you're setting up for success, I guess. So, and you notice those students who are thumbs up, thumbs down. You notice those students who didn't get the right answer. So you're going to target those students at the end when you set them off to do some independent studies. And then you can bring maybe a few students to the back table, or even to work with one or two with their misconceptions about certain things, and which I did. And I find that it was very successful. So continue to do that. And just noticing those things was amazing for me. So I can help the students be successful as well. So that was my emotional challenge. I did accept in French immersion as well. So that's another challenge. And you know how I feel about French. I'm very uncomfortable with French, but I was able to face my fears, face my, my weakness, and being able to accept that assignment, even though it was only for half of the day. We were doing just French, and the other half was more of a school-wide initiative for Olympics, Winter Olympics. So we had that activity for the afternoon, but the morning was really well done. I find that I was speaking in English, giving them English instructions, but I was learning from them, and they were a great leader. Actually, they're teaching me French, and I love the fact that I'm learning from them. So and I told them flat out that I'm not a French teacher, and I'm here to learn more about French, and I need them to help me to be successful. And all it is trying to keeping that classroom management, and just learning from the students. I find that was very rewarding. So I did that, that's my emotional challenge and my socials challenge. I think being able to socialize with different teachers and the troubles and challenges that they have every single day, I find that was very insightful. So, especially the intermediate teachers, I was able to have a conversation with a couple of intermediate teachers as well. So, all in all, my week was very challenging but rewarding, and you have to go out of your comfort zone. And I want to make sure that you understand that in order to grow, in order to be more like a better teacher, I think you have to explore ways that do things that you are uncomfortable with. So that's my message for this week, is just to growth occurs at the edge of your comfort zone, and continue to do that every single day. So I think that is all that happened this week. Oh my goodness, how can I forget about that? So I was just telling you about my intermediate experience, and the next day I got a really good email acknowledging my effort and hard work from a principal, vice principal, mind you, and it just motivated me so much and just made me feel, you know, that you have meaning in your life, that you're there for a purpose, and it just is so rewarding. And not only having the students tell you that they want you, or they appreciate your work, but for a vice principal or even administrator acknowledging such a thing, it's just amazing. So I was like, in cloud nine after that, and it just made me feel so good. So yeah, that's what happened, and I'm so happy with that. So I can't wait, and I can't wait for the next week. And I this week I felt so motivated and so confident. So my next week will even be more so. So stay tuned, and please give me a thumbs up if you like this, and just give me any comments. Tell me what you have experienced in your supply journey. So I will talk to you later. Bye for now.